It is said on Fish-Man Island and Oden's records that Joy Boy is someone who lived during the era of the Void Century, meaning that he lived 800 years ago. Joy Boy himself has ties to the Poneglyphs, and in particular the treasures of One Piece. Joy Boy had a promise with a mermaid at that time, but he couldn't fulfill that promise. He finally wrote an apology letter via Poneglyph, manga ch 649 and IMEPS 569. Then in chapter 1043 the name Joy Boy was mentioned again by Zanisha. He said if he's back. Joy Boy is here. The panel pointed to Luffy, and at the same time Luffy said something interesting. Nika. He is the sun god Nika, who said to be a savior knight who would bring a smile to their lips. But we will not discuss Nika first, but we will first discuss who was the Joy Boy in the past and in the present. Zanisha said something like drums of liberations. There is one theory taken from the book of things that don't exist. Joy Boy is a West Indian character who epitomizes the human need to dance, sing and be merry. He is a relative of the Lord of the Dancers who inspired festivals in colder countries, and it seems he traveled to the Caribbean with an early dispatch of slaves from West Africa. Joy Boy smiles constantly at all the weaknesses and problems of mankind and heals human problems by tapping an unbearable rhythm on his drums. Anyone who hears Joy Boy's music is forced to dance and sing along until he removes the black cloak of despair from his shoulders. Some jazz performers claim to have caught Joy Boy's rhythm, but their attempts are just an imitation of a dance frenzy that can keep people dancing until they fall. The text that we got on Twitter is really that much, so if you don't understand, we'll take a deeper look at the meaning of the article. Okay, there it is written. If Joy Boy is a man from Africa who always carries a drum, he himself symbolizes the human need to dance, sing and have fun. Joy Boy is also a person who constantly smiles against all the weaknesses and problems that humans go through. Then when he playing the drum, then everyone who listens to it is forced to sing, dance and have fun together continuously until humans fall. Maybe the texts that were earlier are a term which is shown to someone who always brings happiness through his drum. In other words, when humans have weaknesses and difficulties, in the sense of being enslaved by someone, then he will come with a face that is always and brings happiness in his life. In him. The term is the same as who said in chapter 10:18. He is said to be a smile on their lips and relieve their suffering. Every person who is desperate and has no hope, then Joy Boy will come to that person and forcing them to keep smiling and always hope, even though the hope is very small. Even if they have no hope, it is better to die than to be enslaved by someone. Well, the story is very similar to the journey that Luffy always goes through. He is a person who always smiles and brings people to happiness, even though something has to be sacrificed. Lots of people in the island were saved by Luffy and his group. Like Alabasta, Fish-Man Island, Dressrosa, and now Wano. If you pay attention to the details, all of these things are like coincidences that come and go. For example, the people of Alabasta have absolutely no hope of surviving. If Luffy doesn't come, the people of Alabasta have a very high desperation. But when Luffy managed to save Alabasta, everyone partying, having fun together. Many places were saved by Luffy, who was initially desperate, but after being saved they all partied, sang, danced together. So Luffy is Joy Boy? But the real question is Joy Boy a title? No. We firmly believe that Joy Boy is a person and not a title, because there is a conversation between Robin and King Neptune in ch 649, which is there will be someone who will come with the promise of Joy Boy, so we have no choice but to believe and wait. And Kaido also said in chapter 10:14 it seems that you can't be a Joy Boy either. The sentence is clear that Joy Boy is someone, even though it looks contradictory between the two sentences. But Roger also said Joy Boy, I hope to live in an era you. So does the sentence clearly say that this Joy Boy is a person and not a title?